Welcome to The Good Ride. I'm James Beastie, and today we're talking about the Bataleon Astro. Next to me is the Bataleon Asym. These share a factory with Rome and have a lot of similarities. I wish I had Rome bindings to compare these against, but I did get these on a wide variety of boards in a wide variety of late spring conditions. I rode these with Bataleon Acid Boa boots, ride deadbolts, and then I compared these against a wide variety of bindings I had to get an idea of how these sit on the spectrum. So let's talk positives and negatives. They have very supportive ankle straps. Ankle strap angle and response adjustability. You get great butterability. These hybrid mini discs fit setback inserts. They have great shock absorption and pretty solid dampness. They're also very adjustable. Some things that'll make you want to swipe left. These ankle straps feel a little heavy and stretch a bit. The toe straps stretch too much, and while these discs do fit setback inserts, you can't slide them, so you're at the mercy of the stance width it comes with. So let's talk weight. This Astro is 2.2 pounds, so is the Asym. It's a touch on the heavy side, but it's far from being really heavy. Now let's talk Highback Flex. You can see this is like medium-ish, maybe bordering on medium stiff. It has a little give here though that keeps it a little bit more on the medium side. If you compare that to the Asym, this thing is much stiffer. It has less twist and less give going back. And you wouldn't think that based on this minimalist surface area high back. When it comes to flex underfoot, both these bindings have almost no real contact with the board other than the disc area right here. Everything else is soft EVA foam or that Boost technology foam. Both these bindings butter very well. Coming off the Union Falcor that has a very tiny mini disc and the same minimalist contact underfoot, it butters really easy. When I got on these on same day, same run, same board test, these felt pretty close to that Falcor. And when it comes to turn initiation and response, you have an adjustable ankle strap. So if you put it up this way, you get more support. This sits higher on the binding. To show you the difference between the two, the Astro here is up high, the Asym right here is down low. So this gives you more of a park to mountain freestyle feel. This gives you a more all mountain to free ride feel that gives you more support and response. And when it was set up like this, it was more responsive than the Asym. When I flipped it around, this became more responsive. But it's nice to have that adjustability, and it's kind of like Rome, except they have a little screw dial on each side that allows you to go up and down with their higher end boots like the Katana, the Cleaver, and the Black Label. Both have their merits. I did find though that with Rome, I went down a response adjustability rabbit hole. For a while, I couldn't stop tweaking with them, where this you just have high and low setting. But overall, these are medium fast in response. They can power any board you want to pair them up with, but yet they don't overpower most mellow response boards. Even the Asyms didn't feel that way either, and they're a touch more responsive than these. Now, when it comes to shock absorption and dampness, first off, these have great shock absorption. This is a lighter, continuous EVA foam from the bottom to the top. It goes throughout the entire footbed, and I felt like this had really great shock absorption. And as far as dampness goes, it's very good too. This really high return, high energy foam here with the Asym, it was incredibly shock absorbent, and it actually gave you a little boost for ollie power and response. But they put a really damp rubber on the top. This feels like a nice balance too between shock absorption and dampness. And when it comes to boot support and the straps, while there might be some slight differences between the Astro and the Asym in terms of ankle strap, you can see they're very similar. They both have a lot of support, and they have this stretchy kind of feel that allows a decent amount of freedom of movement when you want to go tip to tail. The toe straps still have a little bit of that stretchy Roam thing going on that I'm not a huge fan of, but at least these are a stiffer material and they stretch less. Overall, there's very good boot support. You can get more if you flip these up and less if you flip them down. And I like having that option. While it's not infinite like Roam, it's still great to have two different options. The ratchets were really smooth. They feel really well done. I had no problem getting them on and off, and they have a really smooth glide to them. I think they'll last a long time. When it comes to adjustability, not the basic shit that everybody knows about, this easy toolless adjustability for the straps, high back rotation, forward lean. I want to talk about how this binding compensates for your boot's size and footprint in the size range. These medium larges are meant to fit a pretty wide variety of boot sizes. But as you can see here, you can slide this heel loop in and out. You can also slide the gas pedal in or out. And this is very good for centering your boot on board so you get even response. There's also very good high back rotation here too. No complaints here when it comes to adjustability. They do a great job. When it comes to stance width adjustability, they have a hybrid disc. So when set up mini disc, you have a good bit of slide here. Excellent stance width adjustability. So you can get the stance width you want on any board. Some bindings don't allow you to do that, like Burton Reflex. They just don't have any stance width adjustability. In comparison to mini discs, these are a good bit bigger, and they're just big enough to fit setback inserts. Like you'll see on the Bataleon Beyond Metals here, they're also on the Goliath and the Goliath Plus, the Cardiff Pagoda, a few United Shapes boards like the Cadet, a board I love, mini Yes boards, Jones boards, and the list goes on and on. You can use these for the powder setback inserts. However, you can't adjust. These are just wide enough to fit full-size disc, and you're at the mercy of the stance width the board gives you. For me, that's a deal breaker. I like Union full-size discs and others like these that have a lot of slide tip to tail and allow me to get a stance width closer to what I want with those setback inserts. Overall, just like with Roam, I was very impressed with the Bataleon binding line. They have a lot of great features. I felt like it worked really well with my riding style. These are very recommendable, very good bindings. So there you have it.